Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. Today I'm just going to be talking about kind of the basics of how to install a metal roof. So first of all, if you're installing a metal roof over top of an existing roof, you got to determine whether or not you have to take the shingles off. Most of the time in our state here, the code is you can go over 2 layers of shingles, but if it's 3 layers, you have to tear it off. And if you're doing a metal roof like this, where you put 1x4s down, it's considered a standalone roof system, so you can go right over top of the shingles. And for spacing on your 1x4s, generally we go about 16 to 20 inches in between, depending on how steep the roof is. Because if you run them too far apart and you step on a rib like this, you can't actually buckle that, and you don't want that. And what we like to do is we'll take the old drip edge off the bottom. Sometimes you can just tear it off and then cut the shingles back flush with the fascia. And the reason you need to do that is because if you ever want to put gutters on this roof after the new roof is on, that's going to be a real pain, because your metal is going to end up overhanging way too far, and then it's going to be pretty much pointless to put a gutter on there. And then first of all, put your trim on. So generally drip edge comes first, and then we like to put the rake trims. These things right here, we like to put those on first before the metal, especially on a steep roof. That way you can just slide your metal underneath it and you don't have to worry about installing that later. So drip edge, corner trims, and then valleys if there is any, or sidewall or end wall trims. 1x4s, and then your metal goes on top of the 1x4s. Here in the valley, we run a double 1x4 about 3 inches apart in the valley, and that gives us plenty of surface to sit on top of. I like to close that off a little bit, and then we put this sealer strip, it's called M-Seal, in the valley, and we run our metal 3 inches back from the edge of the valley like so, and then you screw just above your sealer strip when you're screwing your valley sheets down. Another thing we like to do on a re-roof like this, we like to use at least 2-inch screws. Normally use 2-inch or 2.5-inch screws actually, and that will allow the screw to go all the way through the 1x4 and into the roof deck below the shingles, and it's helped really bring everything together. Normally the way we put screws in is we'll put a screw beside every rib on the bottom, and then we'll skip a row where we only do every other one, and then the next one we'll screw beside every rib, and we'll skip another one. It just depends on where you live. Some places require you to put a screw beside every rib every 2 foot, or however you space your 1x4s. But that's generally how we screw our metal. Then when you have all your metal on, it's time for a ridge cap. Now on the end of the ridge cap, we like to take it and go in 1.25 inches. You'll cut in on every one of these bend points. You'll take and bend these ears in, and we'll go ahead and cut these off on a little bit of an angle. Bend this down, bend that down. Nip these bottom corners off if they need to be nipped. And there you have it. I hope you can see that okay, but that closes the end off really nice. Otherwise you'd have a gap up along there and bees could get in there, so that'll close that off really nice. We also do kind of the same thing with our corner trim. Gives it a nice finished look. Next we'll flip it around and put some of this foam strip on the bottom. This is called Univent, and basically what it does is it will seal off in between the ribs. It's supposed to keep things out of the ridge, yet it's breathable, so it allows air venting through the ridge. Alright, well, it's getting dark, so I'm going to call it for this video. Hope you guys learned something, found this educational. Till next time, thanks for watching. Bye.